お父様がすでに亡くなっている。そんなバカな。
まあまあ、例えの話や。武田信玄はその死を3年の間秘密にするよう遺言したっちゅう有名な故事があるやろ。知らんか？
そんな話もあったかしら。日本史はよくわかんないわ。
当時武田は織田や徳川との戦の真っ最中だった。そこで信玄が死んだなんて話になったら戦況に悪影響が出るやろ。そやから自分の死を3年隠すように遺言したんや。秀吉かてそうやで。主君織田信長の死を敵方に知られんように徹底的に情報規制を行い、素早く毛利と和解して中国大返しを行い明智を討ったんやないか。一方の柴田勝家はそこで失敗したんや。
Fucking Japanese history, by the way, right? Jesus, it has to be so interesting because I don't know, I think every country has interesting history actually. If you get into it, Germany has a very, very long history as well, and I really love it. I really love history in general. Some countries obviously don't have as much history, like America has a lot, but on a grand scale, it's only like 300 years or something, right? Almost. Not quite. 250 or I don't know. But still, man. History, I love it. History is very important in my opinion.
敵の上杉に信長の死を知られ、思わぬ反撃を受けて足止めを食らい、その後の秀吉との後継者争いで大きく遅れを取ることになったんや。
Hideyoshi, who had a strong fascination with the commanders of the Sengoku period, would always show off his knowledge when he got a chance. He's like a little history nerd. Wincing slightly even made him get back to his point.
早い話が、わしは去年の親族会議からずっと違和感を取ったんや。
あれは私やルドルフが遺産の話をしてたのを廊下のお父様に聞かれてしまって、それで。
そこや。夏井さんや使用人たちはどこそこにお父さんがいた、不機嫌そうだったと口を揃えたが、わしら親族は誰一人お父さんを見てないんやで。
もしあなたの想像が本当なら、どういうこと？兄さんが遺産の独り占めを狙ってるということ？
もちろん死んだことを隠すなんてかなり危険なことや。果たして遺産を独り占めするためだけにそれだけのことをクラウスさんがやってのけるのか、わしも確信は持てん。だが可能性はある。
確かに兄さんは昔から強欲よ。兄弟全員でと受け取ったものを着服するなんてよくあることだったわ。
クラウスさんはわしら兄弟の中では一番裕福なはずや。そんなクラウスさんがお父さんの死を隠すなんて危険を冒してまで遺産の独り占めを目論むとは、わしにはちょいと信じられんのだがな。だがそう疑いたくなるくらい去年の親族会議はおかしかったんやで。
Even the others were painfully aware of how reckless it would be to try and see Kinzo when he was in a bad mood. So during last year's family conference, once they heard about Kinzo getting into a terrible mood, they never made an attempt to contact him. This is fucking dumb, sorry, but even if you know that someone is in a bad mood, and even if you don't really want to anger him even further, what's the worst that could happen? Is he gonna spank you or something? He's your fucking father and he's 100 years old. Jesus, you're adults! That was why, to this very day, they hadn't found it suspicious that Kinzo had never appeared or contacted them in any way, shape or form.
確かに疑ってみる価値はあるわね。でも本当に兄さんがお父様の死を隠すなんて大それたことをするかしら。傲慢なくせにおかしなところで小心な人よ。そんな一世一代の大博打を本当にするかしら。
いずれにせよ 今年の会議ではきっちりお父さんのご尊顔を拝謁した方がええやろな。
非常に良くない噂さ。どうやら兄貴の事業は俺たちの想像を超えて手ひどく失敗してるらしい。相当の損失を抱えてて表向きを取り繕うだけで精一杯らしい。
つまりクラウスさんからお金を借りるのはとても難しいことというわけね。
ああ、泣けてくる。
クラウスさんにとって経済的に困窮していることはある種の弱みにはならないの？
弱み？そりゃ投資家は超えてるから投資家なんだぜ。実は金欠だなんてことになったら誰も見向きもしねえ。
信用第一の世界なのね。
Curious smiled thinly. Those two are really fucking sly motherfuckers, aren't they? Rudolph was taken aback by that smile. He'd figured that his plan, which involved raising money to get him out of his current mess by borrowing from the affluent Kraus, would all come to nothing now that they knew Kraus himself was in financial trouble.
クラウスさんの信用はクラウスさんのこれからのお仕事に必要だろうけれど、私たちのこれからには必要ないわ。
兄貴をゆするってのか。
私だったら嫌よ。血のつながった兄弟を貶めるなんて。
She's a fucking bitch. I mean, her family is screwed as well, but Kiri is just cold. Rudolph felt a shiver go up his spine at Kiri's cold smile. Yeah, even he is having second thoughts. At times, Kiri was able to throw away all compassion and think in an extremely ruthless manner. Whenever he saw that, Rudolph knew he'd never like to have her as his enemy. God damn it.
他に金策があるなら、お兄さんを脅迫なんてしたくないものだわ。
あったら悩んだりしねえ。
選択の余地のない問題で悩むのは人生の無駄だと思うな。
Rudolph stopped talking, folded his arms, and lowered his gaze. He still felt some of the terror he'd experienced thanks to Kraus's violence when they were young. And now, that same Kraus was the one he needed to threaten. Rudolph would also be fighting against his childhood trauma. So, to give her husband a little push, Kiri smiled reassuringly. And perhaps coldly.
つくづく信用で仕事をしたくないものだわ。信用ほど積み上げるのに苦労して失う時が一瞬なんて割の合わない投資はない。
そうだな。世の中100の信用より1枚の診察だ。
クラウスさんが大きな損失を出していると言っても、私たちの急場をしのぐためのお金くらいは十分用意できるはず。もちろんクラウスさんのこれまでの信用を換金してお金を作ってもらうことになるけれど。
こいつはやばい話になる
ね。No, it already is ugly, thanks to your fucking wife.
十分な備えが必要よ。私たちには時間も失敗も許されてない。そうだったわね。私の京都の友人たちにそういうのを洗うのが上手な人たちがいるわ。あまり世話になりたくない連中なんだけど、一度会ってもらってもいい？領収書は切れないけど、きっと投資に見合うだけのものを調べ上げてくれるわ。
ええ。マリアも元気よ。そちらは大きなお世話よ。ありがとう。え
So back to Rosa. Basically all of the siblings now learn the news that apparently Kraus is a fucking bumbling dumbfuck. Rosa was talking to Rudolph over the phone. Rosa rarely received calls from her older siblings, so she braced herself for something serious.
実はな、次の金属会議について ちょいと兄貴抜きで意見を調整したいんだ。
エヴァ姉さんとルドルフ兄さんと私の3人で頭痛の増えそうな話ね。
電話じゃ詳しくは話せない。だがお前にとって聞く価値のある話のはずだ。
それはいい話？
もちろん姉貴は乗り気だぜ。
姉さんは？
ローザには賛同してほしいだけだ。金を出せとかそういう話じゃない。俺たち3人が全員結束してることがまず大事なんだ。わかるか？
Rosa let out a sigh. She did so because in the past when Rudolph and Eva got into a fight with Kraus, they always used to talk to her like this right before dragging her into it.
先に教えて。その話は私も得をする話よね。
Fuck, these fucking siblings are just horrible.
ああ、俺たち3人で2億ずつせしめる。うまくいけばそれ以上も引っ張れるかもしれない。お前の借金それでチャラだろう。
それはいつまでにせしめられるの？
もちろん年度内だ。俺も助かる。姉貴も助かる。そしてローザも助かるってわけだ。三方丸く収まる。
姉さんが話に乗るくらいには勝算があるのね。
話を聞く気になったか？ちょいと急だが次の日曜日の19時に銀座のお前のお気に入りの喫茶店で会おう。俺と姉貴の予定がそこでしか合わねえ。問題ないか
？2億捻出できる話なら聞かないわけにはいかないわ。では次の日曜日の午後7時にレオポルドで。
マリアちゃんによろしくね。連れてきてもいいんだぜ。
あの子の前でお金の話はやめて。
Wow, he just wanted to see his fucking niece. She set the receiver down with a clunk a little violently. Apparently either Eva or Rudolph had gotten a hold of one of Kraus's weak points. They would probably threaten him with that at the next family conference and force him to pay up. Even before hearing the details, she knew full well that it would be nothing good. But even so, this might be her once-in-a-lifetime chance to pay back her large debts. Why are they all so bad at money? Rosa took a notebook out of her handbag and started to mark the day she'd be meeting with Rudolph and Eva. Then she frowned and smacked herself hard in the forehead. Because written there was DZL with Maria, something she had planned to do with her daughter. Disneyland? I don't know. Maria was in a room playing around excitedly with Sakutaro and the others. That was because she was going to go to that recently built amusement park, Disneyland, okay, the following Sunday. Looking at the clock, Rosa saw that it was just past 9 PM at night. Maria was breaking the lights out rule. After covering her face and agonizing for a while, Rosa stood up and stomped over to Maria's room. Oh fuck, she's gonna fucking parent her again. The room would probably be a mess as well. At least tonight that was convenient. As she stood outside the door to Maria's room, listening to the happy laughter seeping through. Don't, Rosa, don't. Rosa's face twisted in anguish once again and she looked at the floor. Then when she raised her head again, her brow was furrowed and her face had become an ugly expression of anger. Back at the mansion. Let's see how things go over here. The weather wasn't that great. According to the weekend forecast, a certain tropical cyclone would likely grow into a large typhoon. If unhappy premonitions tend to be right, this year's family conference will probably take place in absolutely horrible weather. No, I wish a typhoon large enough to stop all boat travel would seal Rokkenjima away forever. If that happened, I'd be able to hide Kin's staff as long as I wanted.
台風が彼らを永遠に遠ざけてくれればいいのに。
Natsuya let out a deep sigh. Just doing that made her headache throb. As the day of the family conference approached, the intensity of her headache just kept on increasing. You know, she might be seeing ghosts because she has a tumor in her head. That's just my personal theory. At that time, the phone rang. Natsuya turned the TV off and picked up the receiver.
はい。
お休みのところ申し訳ございません。源氏でございます。
何事ですか？
奥様に外線からお電話でございます。ですが、名前をお名乗りになられません。
名乗らない？
はい。先方は話せばわかるとは申しておりますが、いかがしますか？いたずらかもしれません。
どんな相手です？
おそらく若い男性ではないかと。お心当たりはございませんか？
若い男性。
Natsui didn't have a clue who that might be. In the first place, there was no one amongst her acquaintances who would do something as rude as refusing to state their name. And on top of that, a young man? As a wife, she must avoid any contact that might be considered suspicious with anyone other than her husband, much less a young man. As soon as she thought this, the phone call suddenly seemed like something dirty. But despite that, she also wanted to know what they wanted to tell her. Could it be some kind of trouble related to Krause's business? What if there was some particular reason they needed to talk to Krause's wife instead of Krause directly? Just do it, Natsui. No matter what it is, it's my duty as a wife to listen and report to Krause. If it's some bizarre threat, I just have to firmly refuse and inform Krause that I received such a phone call. If it's something offensive, I just have to tell Genji to never send me anonymous calls again. What's the worst that could happen? It's a fucking phone! As Natsui thought this, just as Genji was suggesting that he hang up on the man, as though that's what she'd naturally chose, she told him to connect her to this person. She then set the receiver down. After a short while, the phone rang again.
もしもし。
This wasn't the internal line. It was the external phone line, which Genji had redirected to her. So it should already have been connected directly with the mysterious man. However, the person on the other end didn't respond. Not liking this at all, Natsui spoke one more time, sounding displeased.
もしもし？誰ですか？名を名乗りなさい。
She heard something that sounded like a sigh. She gulped reflexively. After remaining silent for a little longer, the man finally answered. That was the first time the man had spoken.
どれくらいぶりになるんだ？一体何年ぶりかな？
何の話です？
Do you recognize that voice?
あなたは誰ですか？
The voice certainly did sound like a young man's. But it's hard to learn much about someone just by their voice over the phone. It sounded like a young man, but it might actually be a middle school-aged boy. Or a man in his prime who still had a youngish voice. No, wait, it might be too soon to be sure this is even a male. However, one thing was certain. Natsui could think of no one who would speak to her in an overly familiar manner like this.
俺が誰かを名乗るのは簡単さ。だが、それでは俺があまりに悲しい。
何を言っているのか分かりかねます。あなたは誰ですか？そして私に何の用ですか？それが言えないなら興味はありません。切りますよ。
俺の望みはあんたに思い出してもらうことだ。
何を思い出せというのですか？あなたなど知りませんし、思い出すような心当たりもありません。
そんなこと言うなよ。俺はあんたの子供じゃないか。
何ですって？あなたは何を言っているんです？
そんな悲しいことを言うなよ。か。
That unsettling word thrust itself mercilessly into the depths of Natsui's heart and started churning it about. In her entire life, Natsui had never been told something so unsettling. In her bewilderment, Natsui felt her heart beat so loudly that it felt like it would explode.
あなたに母と呼ばれる覚えはありません。何のつもりか知りませんが、もう切りますよ。
俺は復讐するために帰ってきたんだ。あんた19年前の
Natsui's mind went blank. And from beyond the wind howling outside the window, she most certainly heard the roar of the sea from that day.
あんた本当はもう思い出してるんだ。
何の話かわからないと言っています。もう二度とかけないでください。
19年前にあんたがした仕打ちを俺は忘れない。だからあんたを呪うためにあえてそれでも、いやだからこそもうすぐ親族会議じゃないか。俺も母さんと子供だからね。会議の日に帰るよ。19年ぶりにあんたに復讐するために。
Breathing so hard, her shoulders heaved. Natsui slammed the receiver down and hung up. Then she hit the phone violently, knocking the receiver off, so that no more calls would come through it. I can hear the roar of the sea. That voice I hear from beyond the howling wind is certainly... even if I cover my ears, the headache won't... Completely pale, Natsui kept shivering, so cold.
Lambda, いる?
I am.
いるわよ。ベルンが望めばどこにでも。じゃあ台所の床下収納に入ってて、ぬかみその壺の中でもいいわ。私を味噌につけてかじってくれるの？でもそれなら蜂蜜につけてほしいものだわ。お返しにベルンは砂糖水で煮込んであげる。せめて砂糖醤油とみりんにして。それで何？復唱要求でも気取っちゃう？そうよ。この夏日の電話のやり取りは事実
LambdaDelta grinned unpleasantly as though sizing Bernkastel up. She was probably trying to tease Bern for making that demand.
復唱拒否。さてね、拒否か応じるかどうしようかな。それを決めるのはゲームマスターの私の自由だし、その判断をいつするかさえ自由。青字宣言でない限り、あんたに答える義務はないしね。そういうこと。今はせいぜい夏日の19年前に一体どんな秘密がとワクワクテカテカしてなさい。
Of course, this fishy telephone call happened before October 4th, 1986. This is still before the start time of the game, so there's basically no need to question whether it's true or false.
ゲームマスターのあんたがわざわざ見せた以上、何かの布石だと思っとくわ。騙しかもしれないけれど、一応あんたのこの指し手は記憶に留めておく。このカードを伏せたまま場に出すってやつね。いた！何？ダイレクトアタック。
After suddenly being conked on the head, LambdaDelta was bewildered. But perhaps this incomprehensible exchange was funny to her, because she quickly went back to giggling.
これであんたのゲーム版の準備は十分？そうよ。それじゃあいよいよゲームを進めるわよ。1986年10月4日にね。何度目の1986年10月無限の魔女か。ベアトリーチェ、やはり恐ろしい子だわ。ベルン側は何か行動ある？ないわよ。あんたが復唱要求に応えないならそれで終わり。ターンエンドね。スタート。クリーンアップ、ドロー。さあ来たれ。 1986年10月4日。
That was good. Fuck, I enjoyed that. I very much enjoy Natsui's Secret as well. The first time I read this, man, it gripped me so hard. Episode 5 is actually a very good episode, I think, and it has a lot of answers for questions you didn't even ask.